Hi guys, welcome back to Suzanne Elizabeth's Kitchen. Today I am going to be making a roasted broccoli, cheese, and ham soup. It's been snowing like crazy here, and I just have been craving soup, which I think makes perfect sense. So let's get started. Okay, in my trusty pot, I have sauteed an onion about this size. Okay, just sauteed it in butter. Now what I'm going to do is add about a large soup spoonful. So that's probably more than a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of flour. And then I'm going to add, I don't know why my brain is not working. My brain's not working for speaking, but it's working for cooking. Okay, I'm going to turn up this a little bit. And so I've added butter and let's call it a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon and a half of flour. And what I want to do now is to let the butter melt and the flour cook, because it's going to act as, this is called a roux, and this is going to act as our thickening agent when we make our soup. And you want the flour to cook, because otherwise you're going to have soup that tastes like flour, which is not very pleasant. But it's just going to take a minute or so. Okay, so as you can see, it's doing nicely. We want it, keep an eye on it. You don't want it to burn. So let me tell you what else I've got going on here. Let's move my butter. I have about a cup and a half of, I didn't use cheddar like most people do. Because I have kind of a love-hate relationship with cheddar, but I love Monterey Jack cheese. They call it pepper jack because it has those little hot peppers in there. I love it. And then I've got about a cup and a half of cubed ham steak. And I just, you just buy this already cooked in the grocery aisle. Very good. You know what else would be really delicious with this? Since you've got the ham, a Gruyere or Swiss cheese would also be wonderful. Okay. And if you're wondering where the broccoli is, it's in the oven. I roasted it for just 20 minutes at 400 degrees. And I want you to keep an eye on it because you don't really want it to be brown. You want the roasting just to bring out a certain nutty flavor that you get when you roast any vegetable. And that's really, honestly, I could think of, honestly, I think I could make soup out of any roasted vegetable because I was never a big vegetable eater until roasting vegetables became popular. And then I discovered what a difference it makes. Now, you can see that in fact, I'm going to turn this down to a medium because I had it a little bit medium-high. And I'm stirring it constantly because I don't want the flour to burn. You definitely don't want that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, at this point, you could add half and half. You could add milk. I have good old-fashioned 12-ounce can of evaporated milk. And I just want to taste this really quickly. What I was doing is tasting that flour and butter to make sure it didn't taste like flour anymore. That's all. So, and it doesn't. It tastes like butter, which is really nice. So now I'm going to add in, and this is a cup and a half of milk. And we're just going to let that, we're going to stir that now. then, if you're wondering why I'm not adding in the broccoli, because the broccoli is already cooked. Now I'm going to add in my cheese. So we don't have to worry about the broccoli cooking. And I'm going to add in the cheese and let that start to melt. Now, let's, oh, the broccoli looks beautiful. The broccoli is beautiful. Yay. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. You know what? Let's just go ahead and add it in here. Why not? Oops, sorry, you can't see what... One of the problems of being left-handed is you're sometimes kind of awkward. All right, so, and you can see, I love parchment paper. I buy those big rolls of it at Costco. It's such a convenience, because that way you can just throw the piece of paper away and you don't have to worry about, you know, cleaning everything. Okay, so now this is already, look at that, so good. That has already thickened up from the cheese. Now I'm going to add a little bit of chicken stock, and that way it's not all milk. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is use my immersion blender to chop up some of the broccoli before I add in the ham. And you know, you can chop up as much or as little broccoli as you want. I want to strike it somewhere in the middle, so I still have little pieces of broccoli. This is good. Ooh, yum. Now, I will add in my ham. Now this is the thing, is you don't, and now I'm going to talk about the seasonings. You don't need to add in a lot of salt to this because you've got the ham in there. So you want to be careful with the how much salt you add. But I have to add in nutmeg, because, you know, if it's green, it needs nutmeg. And I love nutmeg in soups like this because it does add such a warm, savory flavor. The other thing that I love, this is, as you know, if you watch any of my videos, alderwood smoked salt, just a pinch to start with. And then, of course, red pepper flakes, just a pinch. Now, let's stir this. And this is really quite, it's thick. Looks delicious, actually. Yum, yum. So we're not even at 10 minutes yet, and this soup is probably ready to go. Very good. You know what I think? I think we need another pinch of salt. I think we need another scraping of nutmeg. See, I would rather err on the side of caution to begin with, and then continue to add my flavors as I go. Because it, you know, you can't take salt out. Pepper. It definitely needs some fresh ground pepper. And so I had a cup and a half of evaporated milk and about, let's say, a cup to a cup and a half of chicken stock. Now, I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese. I know you're thinking, Suzanne, what are you doing? And I just can't help it. It needs some more cheese. So, and I don't think it needs something strong like a Parmesan. This is an aged Reggiano Parmigiano. And I'll tell you, if I had any sherry in the house, I'll get a fresh spoon, so... Fresh, clean spoon. I think it's done. So at this point, all you want to do is just heat it up. We're literally at 10 minutes. How easy was that? So this could obviously be ready in, well, you have to roast your broccoli. Perfect. 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 Now, what's nice about that is adding the ham. And if you're a vegetarian or you're trying to cut down on meat, don't add the ham. It's still going to be beautiful. I added the ham because it does give it a little heartiness that's really nice. The other thing, and for those of you who are fans of Panera bread, and they serve it in those little round bowls, little round bread bowls, I'm actually making some bread right now. It's actually rising. And I'm going to try to make my own little bread bowl. And if it works, I'll show it to you tomorrow. But anyways, in the meantime, try this soup. It's fantastic. It's a great way to get your kids to eat vegetables. It's so hearty and warming on a cold winter night or a cold winter afternoon like this. And it's yummy. Yummy. Okay. Bye, guys. Love you. God loves you. And thank you again for all the encouragement. I really love making these videos, and I appreciate hearing from you. And if you have a request for something you'd like me to make, just tell me in the comments. I'm happy to always try new things. Okay. Bye.